There is a sacred armor not made by human hands, an invisible shield that surrounds the chosen one. You don't wear it like clothing, and you don't carry it in your hands. You are it. While others crumble under stress, lose themselves to anger, or drown in comparison, you stand still, unshaken, untouched. And it's not because you're cold or numb. It's because your spirit has been fortified by the divine. You've been through enough storms to become weatherproof. The pain that broke others built you. The rejection that humiliated others matured you. You walk now with something different, something rare. You carry a divine shield. This message will resonate only with the few who are truly called. If you feel like this truth is speaking directly to your soul, if this found you at the perfect time in your life, then you're not just watching, you're remembering who you are. You are not easily shaken because you are divinely appointed. Before we go further, I ask you to subscribe to this channel and become part of a spiritual army rising in silence. And if this message reached you when you needed it most, type 1111 in the comments to activate divine blessings over your life today. Let's dive into the 9 undeniable signs that prove nothing can truly bother you because you carry God's shield. 1. You remain calm when others panic. The world around you can feel like it's crumbling. People yelling, breaking down, grasping for control in a storm they cannot stop. But you remain still, anchored, present. While others spiral into fear or hysteria, you have become a pillar of unshakable calm. People often stare in disbelief, wondering how you can be so composed when everything is going wrong. What they don't know is that your calm isn't an accident. It was born in fire. You've been through inner chaos, nights of the soul, seasons where your own mind felt like a battlefield. And because you've survived yourself, nothing external can shake you anymore. You've been tempered by divine pressure. You've realized that emotional overreactions only leak energy and invite unnecessary suffering. Instead, you have trained your spirit to observe before reacting, to discern before speaking, to pause before panicking. It's not that you don't feel anything, it's that you've transcended the illusion that you must act on every emotion. You understand that power lives in presence, not panic. You've mastered the sacred art of emotional neutrality, not by numbing yourself, but by elevating above drama. That divine shield God wrapped around your soul now serves as a filter. It absorbs the chaos of the world and transforms it into wisdom, peace, and clarity. People feel safe around you because they sense that calm. They may not know why, but your spirit whispers safety in the middle of their storm. You've become the eye of the hurricane, the divine calm in a panicked world. 2. You can't be provoked easily. There was a time when you might have been quick to respond, quick to clap back, quick to defend yourself from insult or attack. But those days are long gone. Now people try to get a rise out of you, and it's as if they're shouting at the wind. They throw verbal jabs, spread lies, create drama, or attempt to question your integrity, all in hopes of poking a nerve. But you've become like a sacred mountain, steady, immovable, undisturbed. When they throw their stones, they realize you don't flinch. Your spirit doesn't respond to petty provocations because it no longer vibrates on that frequency. You've raised your vibration so high that low-level energy bounces right off you. The reason you're so unbothered isn't because you're passive, it's because you're powerful. You know who you are, and that knowledge is your divine armor. You don't need to defend your name in every room, it's protected in the heavens. You've matured spiritually to a place where silence has become your weapon. You've realized that your peace is more valuable than winning a temporary ego battle. They want you to react, to descend to their level, to get tangled in the chaos, but you refuse to step off your throne. You understand that the higher you ascend, the more people will test your peace. But you've stopped taking it personally. It's not about you, it's about what your light triggers in their shadows. You are divinely shielded from offense, not by ignoring it, but by standing in the truth of your worth. 3. You no longer argue to prove yourself. At some point in your journey, you realize that no matter how clearly you speak, people will only hear what their level of awareness allows. And so you stopped explaining, you stopped arguing, you stopped trying to win every misunderstanding or defend every truth. You saw how exhausting it was to constantly clarify yourself for people who were committed to misunderstanding you. Now, when someone accuses you falsely or distorts your motives, you let them. You've released the need to be seen as right. You've understood something divine. Truth is like a seed. It doesn't need to be shouted. It needs to be planted and lived. You know that truth always outlasts lies. It doesn't need a defense attorney, it needs time. While others waste energy trying to be understood, you walk in peace. You let your actions speak louder than your rebuttals. People gossip. People twist stories. People invent versions of you based on their insecurities, but you remain still. You're not trying to be liked anymore. 4. You radiate unbothered energy that intimidates the insecure. Without saying a word, you shift the atmosphere of a room. You don't brag, you don't show off, but your presence alone unsettles some people. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. Your peace is a mirror, and for those who are not at peace with themselves, it reflects everything they're trying to avoid. Your stillness makes their chaos louder. Your refusal to gossip exposes their pettiness. Your calm threatens their need for control. They don't know why they feel uneasy around you. It's spiritual, it's energetic, it's a clash of frequencies. You walk with the confidence of someone who doesn't need external approval. You're rooted in something deeper, and because you don't flatter egos or play politics, you're unpredictable. They can't read you, they can't control you, and they certainly can't shake you. That alone makes insecure people uncomfortable. They may call you cold, they may call you distant, but what they're really sensing is your boundaries, your discernment, your divine separation. You've chosen not to waste energy engaging with people who thrive on emotional reactions. You don't feed into drama because you don't need the attention. You're not here to entertain low frequencies. You're here to embody light, and light by its very nature disrupts darkness. That's why you get under their skin. That's why they try to provoke you. And that's why you must never dim your energy to make others comfortable. Your unbothered spirit is proof that you are protected, elevated, and chosen. 5. You've outgrown people who used to trigger you. There was a season when certain people had a grip on your emotions. They could say one thing, and it would spiral you into days of overthinking. A simple glance, a passive-aggressive comment, or a silent treatment could ruin your peace. But not anymore. Something sacred has shifted. You've done the work, deep, painful spiritual work. You've revisited childhood wounds, broken toxic soul ties, forgiven without receiving apologies, and reclaimed your emotional power. Now those same people feel like echoes from a life you no longer live. They might still try to trigger you, but it doesn't land. Their words fall flat. Their manipulation is obvious. You see through the illusions. Where once you would have reacted, now you simply breathe. You've come to understand that peace isn't just an emotion, it's a decision. And you've chosen it, again and again. You don't seek revenge. You don't chase closure. You let them go, with grace. That is your power. The divine shield around you doesn't just protect you from attacks, it filters your spirit so that only what aligns with your purpose remains. The past may knock, but you don't answer. You're too evolved, too focused, too protected. And the beauty of it is, the people who once made you feel small now feel irrelevant. Not because they changed, but because you healed. You've risen. And now, even in their presence, your soul remains still. That's freedom. That's divine elevation. 6. You are comfortable being misunderstood. The need to be understood once consumed you. You wanted to be clear. You wanted people to know your heart, your intentions, your truth. But now, you've let that go. Being misunderstood no longer bothers you, it validates you. Because you've realized something profound, those walking a narrow divine path are rarely understood by the masses. Their choices don't make sense. Their silence is mistaken for weakness. Their boundaries are mistaken for coldness. But you've stopped explaining. You've stopped chasing clarity from people who haven't earned access to your truth. Now, when someone misjudges you, you smile. You don't correct them. You let them believe what they want. You're no longer seeking worldly validation because your soul is nourished by divine confirmation. The more misunderstood you are, the more at peace you feel, because it means you're finally walking your path, not theirs. You don't need to be seen, applauded, or justified. You only need to be obedient to the voice within. That obedience protects you. That obedience shields you from distractions. Most people fear being misunderstood because they fear rejection, but you've embraced it. You've accepted that some people will never understand the depth of your calling. They will never comprehend your motives because they haven't been where you've been. And that's okay. You're not here to fit in, you're here to fulfill purpose. And sometimes purpose looks like isolation, but what the world sees as strange, heaven sees as sacred. That's why you're no longer bothered when people get you wrong. You know who got you right. 7. You've mastered the power of stillness. In a culture that glorifies constant motion, constant speaking, constant doing, you've chosen something radically different: stillness. Not laziness, not avoidance, but divine stillness, sacred stillness. While others rush to post, to argue, to hustle, you retreat. You retreat not in fear, but in power. Because you know something the world has forgotten. Answers live in silence. Clarity lives in stillness. Instruction lives in quiet. The noise of the world may offer distractions, but your soul is tuned into a higher broadcast. When chaos erupts, you don't join the frenzy. You go inward. You pray. You listen. You wait. Because you've learned that timing is spiritual. You don't move just because others are moving. You move when heaven says, now. That's why your steps are so precise, your words so impactful. You don't speak often, but when you do, people listen. Because your voice has weight. It carries revelation birthed in stillness. Your calm unnerves the frantic. Your quiet defies the noisy. You've stopped reacting and started responding with purpose. And because you've mastered this spiritual discipline, very little can shake you. You are tuned in to a frequency most cannot hear. While they panic, you receive instruction. While they guess, you know. While they rush, you flow. Stillness is not your weakness, it is your shield. It has protected you from burnout, from distraction, from spiritual attacks disguised as opportunities. In stillness, you remember who you are. In stillness, you hear from the divine, and that is why you remain untouched. You're not just silent, you're spiritually aligned. 8. You feel guided, not pressured. In a world that is constantly screaming for your attention, move faster, do more, pick a side. You move differently. You don't live under pressure, you live under guidance. While others wrestle with the chaos of decision fatigue, chasing trends or second-guessing their every move, you rest in a deep knowing. You understand that not every opportunity is yours, not every door needs to be opened, and not every voice deserves a response. You don't chase, you align. You don't panic, you pause. That's the difference between someone who is spiritually grounded and someone who is emotionally reactive. You are not motivated by fear of missing out. You are moved by divine timing. You've come to know that what is truly meant for you cannot pass you by. And if something slips away, you don't spiral into anxiety or grief. You see it as redirection, not rejection. You trust that God sees what you cannot. That trust creates a calm that is rare. You don't operate in desperation because desperation is not of the spirit, it's of the flesh. and you've trained yourself to rise above the flesh. The divine shield around you doesn't just protect you from harm, it protects you from wasting time, from emotional exhaustion, from fruitless efforts. Your life may not always make sense to others, but it flows. It flows because you don't walk alone. You walk guided, intuitively, prophetically, peacefully. And that's why even in uncertainty, you still feel anchored, because you know that your steps are ordered. 9. You've been through so much that little things don't shake you anymore. You've been through more than most people could imagine, and you carry it with such quiet dignity that no one would ever know. Betrayal by those you trusted. Heartbreak so deep it restructured your soul. Loss that taught you how to breathe without pieces of yourself. You faced spiritual warfare in the silence of the night, battles that left no scars on your skin but left deep imprints on your soul. And you endured it all. You didn't just survive, you transformed. That's why the little things don't shake you anymore. A rude comment, a cancelled plan, someone not texting back, that's nothing to you. You've already seen the worst life can offer, and you made it out wiser. Stronger, softer, yet more solid. What others call strength is really your deep spiritual resilience. What they think is apathy is really peace. You don't overreact, not because you don't care, but because you've recalibrated your emotional scale. Your system no longer registers minor disruptions as emergencies. To the chosen ones walking silently in this world, you are protected. You are covered, and you are rising. Don't explain your calm. Don't justify your peace. Wear your divine shield proudly. If this message resonated with you deeply, don't forget to subscribe and join this sacred space where chosen ones like you are remembered and awakened. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If this came to you at the divine hour, type 1111 in the comments. Let that be your spiritual confirmation that God's shield is active over your life. You are untouchable. Walk like it. Thank you for watching.